Excuse me, man. But yeah, so the fact that in the girl to girl talk, you have that aspect of the if a man isn't willing to do something for you, there is that aspect of, hey, there's another man who is willing, so leave the other one alone. There is the vice versa aspect from dudes that should be told to other dudes, like, hey, if a girl is making you go through all this to peacock and fluff your feathers and expose yourself, there's definitely someone probably better fitted for you who's actually likes you back, or likes or even loves you back enough to be like, no, please don't suffer and go through all of that. I'm not going to make you do that. You can if you want to, but I most certainly prefer you not to, because I actually like and love you enough to give you a pass and let's go. But so that's another funny for me. So gotta shift gears. Right, when my kids were born, I did a thing. I don't like cursing, right? So I don't do it often because cursing is important to me. Not particular because of a religious reason, not particular because probably anything. It's just, I think cursing is pretty big, especially in how it gets received by youths. So when my kids were being born, or rather while they were still incubating, I went around telling everyone, hey, I don't want nobody cussing around my kids. Otherwise, I'm going to have to lose a lot of fights because I'm going to be fighting every last one of y'all. Because when I was a kid, my mom specifically, told me that, hey, words lose their meaning the more you use them. So you enhance your vocabulary so you could spread them out. You can make every word you say more powerful by mixing it up and increasing your vernacular so that all the words you use can have more meaning applied to them. And cursing is one of those things where between connotation and denotation, the dictionary definition and the emotional definition that is rooted in the social cues, the difference between that denotation and the connotation here is primarily this fact of, hey, you got to stop using these words. Cuss words is rooted in this aspect of how much you dislike or hate something or how bad something is. So if you cuss way too much and it's part of your regular vocabulary, they're not going to think heads or tails about it. It's just him talking. It's nothing major. He's just talking. Right? And I want my kids to have that respectful reverence to cuss words so that even on a more subtle level, if I hear my kids curse, I can better understand, whoa, this is major. This is a major change going on for you because you never curse, because you know I would knock the block off you. Right? So I started telling everyone I knew, family, coworkers, hey, I got kids coming out soon here, and I want you to all to get adjusted. You can tell me to screw myself, but just know, you cuss around my kids, we're going to be fighting. I'll probably lose to you, but guess what? We will be scrapping. I'll probably lose, but we will scrap if you cuss around my kids, because I want them to not be cussing like that. I want them to build a reverence for words so that they can have that kind of connection with words that I had because of my mother, right? I want them to have that so I can better understand their turmoil if they start cursing. And something that basically I started doing that other people around me started doing too, because I guess they like the idea of it, especially when they realized it started pissing me off. It really did. Was something I initially started doing was I would just make the popping noise like I had Tourette's. Nothing against people with Tourette's and other forms of autism on the spectrum, but I would just make popping noises. It's like, so instead of saying, what the F, what the fuck, what the shit, holy shit, what the, I would just go, I would just, in the middle of a random conversation, I would practice not using any words at all. I would just use noises. Oh, like, imagine me on the PS or Xbox in the chat lobby of Call of Duty, like, oh, what the? He's just making noises, like just making stupid noises in the middle of nowhere. And by the time I started doing it, everyone already understood, so they weren't questioning why the hell are you making noises. They would just be fuzzled for like maybe a fraction of a second and get back into the game. But it only takes 1 second to get unhinged enough, and everyone's catching headshots the moment I start not cursing. Oh, what the? I got spawned, killed again. I'm just making noises. So out here making noises, distracting my own team. It's like, oh, dude. Oh, I closed my eyes for half a second. Dude, I hate you. So now the whole chat is live. It's like, I love you guys too. We can get our KD back. I promise. I suck at this game, but I'll be the distraction. You're right. That's the best thing I am for. My KD is already negative. I'll be the bait to lure them out. I'm sorry. So they started. When I realized that's not gonna work, I shifted over to just replacing words. So, cause I consented, I'm like, you know what? I hate this idea. You guys are getting on my nerves now, and I liked it most when I was on your nerves. So I'm going to slide the pass as long as you don't say those hard words. Like, don't ever say the hard R, right? Cause that would just be taunted. You thought I was talking about the N word. No, don't use that hard R, because that would just be taunted of you. Right? Diabolical. So, I was like, instead of saying those heavily unacceptable curse words, like the word or shipping in the high transit, we're gonna migrate to like just say HE double hockey sticks. You can say frickety frack. You could say faduncle, funky fresh monkeys. You could just change the words. Fire truck all gosh darn day if you have to. Just don't say damn. Say darn. You can use all the flirtatious cuss words in the vernacular as possible. Just don't use real cuss words. Otherwise, we're going to be fighting. You might win the fight and I might lose, but I still got your attention and I still wasted your time, and we both are aggravated that we had gotten in the scuffle, because now we're both in trouble with the master at arms, and that's your fault. I'm not opposed to getting in trouble, because I know I might not get a lot of it off my back, but when I say he's cussing around my kids, I'm gonna get a lot of leeway in my punishments. Well, you can't just hit him. Hey, man, it's America. You can't just hit your fellow American because he started cussing. He's got free speech too, and I got free speech in the form of hands. Rated E for everyone. Stop cussing around my kids. So I started doing that, and then I had to shift because they started making these noises, and it became a whole big thing at work where everyone, including my superiors, who were like, hey, they would just start making noises. And there was the chief of the engine room who just started going gratatata. He would just go gratatata. And I realized in that moment, I'm like, mm. When did this become a whole site thing? I didn't realize. And everywhere I would go, be it around work, be it at work, or outside of work, or just even going shopping, it became a thing where if people even so much as seen me, I know people who I know for a fact have never even known the mother of my children, know what she looks like for at all, but because they seen me, they were just start making noises to insinuate that they're cussing right now, where they would just make noises and point at me for like 10 seconds straight. And I wouldn't consider it hazing or anything, because to a certain degree, I couldn't help but laugh. And I'm laughing more that they don't do it and I don't see everyone regularly. But point still stands. Just imagine working warehouse and let's just say you're putting bins on shelves or taking bins out of shelves, you're stocking, packing, or whatever in your warehouse. Like, just think Home Depot. Maybe you're on the forklift using it and you just hear bah, bah, bah out of nowhere. And now, the moment you hear it, that is the call sign of everyone in the establishment to just start making noises. From the new recruits, the new hires, to the HR office, and even all of the superiors, the managers, the upper managers, and temporary people and HVAC all coming out of their way because, oh, I know what that means. It means that loser over there who doesn't like us cussing so much and doesn't want us cussing in front of his kids. That means he's coming around. And I'd say the funniest people was the engine room chief, who would go gratatata, gratatata. And there was this one guy who doesn't seem to know how to make gun noises with his mouth. So he would just scream out, Apache helicopter! Apache helicopter! You're nothing but an Apache helicopter! Helicopter Apache! And he would just say that anytime in place of a cuss word. So he would say a sentence and just insert Apache helicopter multiple times, frontwards, backwards, first half, last half, first half, all day long. And everyone, when I would enter a room like the warehouse, would do it for a couple seconds, stop, and then they would only continue doing it if they actually seen me. Hey, how are you doing, my Apache helicopter? That R on the helicopter just sounded intenser when you said it like that. It's nothing, my helicopter. I was like, I hate you, dude. I love to hate you. I hate to love you. I hate to love you. How about that? Now, can you please give me this thing? Just let me hop on this Apache helicopter forklift right here, and I'll get it that, I can't say that word. I'll get that helicopter, the helicopter-sized box up there that weighs a helicopter ton, a metric helicopter ton of weight down here for you. So you would, like, I hate you so much. Because I can't even properly imitate him. Because he became so fluent with replacing the words. It was just secondhand nature. So it just like goes to show like, hey, cuss words was such a primary thing. It didn't matter that he had to change the words up. He was ready to use alternative words to fill the space. And it was because of him that I had the idea, like, I'm gonna just start replacing the words. I'm gonna put out a new memo of sorts, like, hey, please don't make sounds like me. Just replace the words with other words, and we can figure out the other problems A to Z from there. Because that was just making noises was my plan A. And we need to move on to plan B really fast, expeditiously, please. We got plenty of time before these incubits are finished incubating and going to be born where it matters. So let's shift over to plan B. Let's just replace the words like this guy does. But pick a different word than helicopter. So, but I do that sometimes, and that's where it comes from. It's not because I have Tourette's or anything. It's because I don't like cursing, and I try to coerce people into changing their free speech, not for my sake, but for the sake of my kids, and technically through blackmail, like, hey, I'm going to fight you if you don't stop cussing. And it backfired. But even to this day, I kind of still do the noise-making thing in placement of just cussing at random. Because I would truly just cuss at random. I wouldn't cuss for anything in particular. I would just have a thought in my head, and because I don't want to forget it, I don't know when it started happening, but I would just cuss in order to cement this moment. Like, the air fryer. I need to totally remember to freaking clean that thing. But instead, while that is my inner monologue, the moment I thought of a cuss word, I would say the cuss word out loud. Fucking. Air fryer. I totally need to remember to clean that fucking thing. But the way anyone around me would see it, it would just see me nodding my head and being like, fucking. The fuck is on your mind? Why the fuck are you thinking about fucking right now? No, I was thinking about an air fryer. I gotta clean it later. Well, all you said was fucking. I do that sometimes. I'm sorry. And I wanted to change that for the kids, and because I want them to have a sense of respect to language the way my mother taught me, and I didn't want anyone to be a poor influence upon that. I'm like, darn. But that's where that comes from. If you, I think I've done it before, where even in the videos I have posted from, and have scheduled posted, and have already posted, you'll find me making random noises or replacing the cuss words. That's because when my children were littler, I wanted to change that habit. I really wanted to change that habit for their sake. I didn't want to be cussing too much, for them at least, right?